You know, it's amazing. Just take 1 second to look around. We're full. It's a full house. It's a full house. Give yourselves a hand because you deserve it. A lot of people have driven a long way to be here. I mean, they've driven a long way, come from several states away. And that's what it takes, dedication. It's like G. Edward Griffin says, the 1% that will change the world. I see some 1%ers out there, but not the ones you think of normally when you hear about the 1%. These are the useful 1%, okay? Did he really say that? Yep, he did. All right, let's talk with former U.S. Forest Service biologist, Mr. Francis Mangles.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am so thankful to see so many inquiring people here tonight, and I hope you take action to control the military-industrial complex. Like Mr. Wells said, the empire may strike back, but sometimes he can strike out. My qualifications were requested, so here you go. Sorry for this bit. My bachelor's cum laude is from the World's International School of Forestry at University of Montana, master's in zoology from Montana State University at Bozeman. Due to extended time as an A-grade student in school, I also have civil service GS 7-9 ratings equal to bachelor's degrees in botany, biology, wildlife, range, fisheries, watershed, hydrology, chemistry, geology, soil conservation, recreation management, ecology, entomology, and agriculture. God, what a mouthful. And for what it's worth, my IQ puts me in Mensa and Intertel, which is the next step above Mensa. That and $5 might buy me a beer in some bar. I'm retired after 35 years of federal service in USDA, Soil Conservation Service, U.S. Forest Service. Therefore, I think I'm qualified for research and scientific observations. My information paper, Geoengineering What We Know, has 80 points on 3 pages that debunkers have been unable to refute for 10 years. And you can get those lab tests on the internet. Time limits me to selected brief reviews of my research and findings. So here's the big dogs. Since 2006, the snow on Mount Shasta has 5 times more aluminum, 61,000 micrograms per liter, than the soil underneath it. Pure white snow has more aluminum in it than mud. Can you beat that? The snow water is unsafe to drink on Mount Shasta. How can white snow have more aluminum than mud? Ooh! Now, the aluminum content of rain should be 0, with a pH of 5.5. When jets are not spraying, maybe so. When the jets are spraying, we get up to 13,100 micrograms per liter and pH up to 100 times normal. It goes really alkaline. This is over 13 times the federal safety limits for drinking water. Don't drink the water. In Mount Shasta, we watched 2 jets fly at a huge thunderhead, and it burned a 1-mile-wide hole, big blue hole in it, and the jets flew through it toward Klamath Falls Air Force Base. And the storm fell apart in about 20 minutes, and we had no more rain. What a weapon. And we saw this twice more in subsequent years. Now, terrestrial and aquatic insects are down to about 10 to 20% normal levels, except for sucking insects like box elder bugs and aphids. And also we saw that in ants. Bird populations, according to National Audubon Society, are collapsed and starving. Population fluctuations and species change are extreme, and we see that all over Mount Shasta, and I see it daily and certainly outstandingly on a weekly basis in Mount Shasta City itself. I personally sampled 350 trout in 2013. Oh, I'm good. And hundreds of other trout through other seasons. None of these fish had anything in their stomachs. No aquatic insects, no small fish, and in previous droughts, this is the 1980s and 1990s, this never happened. Geoengineering is now a factor in insect collapse and probably will eventually have something to do with our ecosystems, not to mention our agriculture. We are quite aware of the effects of aluminum, barium, and strontium nanoparticles on humans. These neurotoxins are affecting wild animals as well as your dog or your cat. We have never seen ultraviolet B burnout of treetops or bark burn on the south tree bark before, and this is really common in Redding. And we see it in Mount Shasta all the time too. We've never seen such massive tree die-offs before. We've never found aluminum inside the plant's circulatory system before. And the nanoparticle at 1/1,000,000th of a meter is small enough to do that. Goes right in through the stoma, and it's in a plant's circulatory system. Come on, folks, there's something going on here. Just one thing, dogs don't lie, and our dogs won't drink the rainwater. They stand up there with the big Google eye. You expect me to drink that? So we go in the house, fill up their dog dish full of tap water, and then the dog will drink, but he ain't touching that rainwater. So the dog is a witness, and you couldn't ask for a more honest one, that there's something in the water. So, and you can inspect my binder of hundreds of EPA lab tests and reports, and contact me at 530-926-0311 or 227-6294. And these are only just a few of thousands of reports we've got from all over the world, and we have local data as well, and lots of it. Thank you for being here, and it's a wonderful full house. Great!